In this week's Ask the Doc series, I got a really good question. Actually, I get these questions all the time. Why the hell are my traps always so damn tight, even after getting massage and adjustment, jamming a foam roller in there, jamming a lacrosse ball in there, and even asking my partner or spouse to jam their elbow in there? We're going to answer that question on this video. What's up, everybody? Dr. Matt Maggio here, creator of the Peak Method and the founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution. And we're on a hell of a mission to make chronic injuries obsolete by helping people that are injured and in pain get properly educated and informed on their injuries and access to quality hands-on soft tissue treatment so they can avoid bigger problems down the road like pain pills, injections, and surgeries, which only make things worse. So this is one of my favorite segments, Ask the Doc. I get lots of questions from people all over the place, really asking like, hey, what's going on with my injury? I've gone to all these practitioners, I've seen chiropractors, I've seen physical therapists, I've had injections, I've even had surgery, and I'm still in pain. In a lot of situations, I'm a lot worse. And no one's really getting clear answers about what's going on. So that's why we have this series to really just help you get properly educated and informed so you can get the right treatment for the right problem so you don't have to resort to bigger problems, like I said before, pain pills, injections, and surgeries, because that shit just makes things a lot worse. So this is a really common area where we see a lot of problems, especially like tension in the upper neck, pain, discomfort, tension, headaches, all that stuff. It feels like everyone has some type of that problem in there, especially living in modern society. We spend way too much time like looking down at our phone, sitting, all sorts of stuff. We're stressed to the max. All these things are going on. And a lot of people just get a lot of pain in this area. And one area that actually causes that pain that a lot of people miss is what's called a nerve entrapment. So right behind your ear here, and then down here through the back part of the trap and into the front part of your neck is a nerve. It's called your spinal accessory nerve. Its job is really just to kind of elevate your trap, move this around. But what happens over time is with bad posture, lack of movement, stress, all that kind of stuff, that nerve gets stuck inside of that muscle. And when nerves get stuck, they cause numbness, aching, burning, tension, all sorts of stuff. And this nerve is the main culprit for that giant knot or feeling like a 400-pound gorilla is inside your neck. But a lot of practitioners are missing that and they're not getting to the right part. They usually are jamming on it too much, are not effectively treating it. So what I want to include in this Ask the Doc is actually a demonstration of me going over in one of my clinics what happens when you have this problem and how we go about fixing it directly with our hands so you can get long-lasting pain relief. That spot.
Literally tensioning like right here.
Literally tensioning. So going live, I think that's Instagram, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Want to talk about why this hurts on everybody and why it's always tender, why it gets knots, why people go to great lengths to try to get rid of this problem. And it's just epidemic in society as we sit. So come a little closer here. So essentially, probably 99.876% of practitioners completely forget their anatomy sometimes. So here's the thing. There's a nerve. It comes out back here behind the ear, and it goes down just like this. And its job is to control the trap and the muscle in the front. Now what happens is it gets stuck right here. So if you're doing what Andrea was doing, do what you were just doing.
Oh, like here?
Yeah.
Oh,
She was rubbing that, thinking that she had a knot here. Well, that knot is actually not a knot. What it is something even worse. It's called scar tissue. It's like glue that goes inside the muscle. Causes big problems, makes the muscle weaker, less flexible. It also gets stuck to the nerve. It's a big deal. The thing about scar tissue is it's completely reversible with expert treatment by someone just like me. Now, people will go to great lengths. They'll go to massage, they'll stretch it, they'll jam a lacrosse ball in there, they'll have their husband or wife jam their elbow in there, everything like that. But here's the thing. This nerve is not very deep. It actually sits right on top of the muscle, and it's right there. Now, what happens with nerves are they need extra slack to keep them happy. So nerves are built with a little extra slack, like 15%, to keep them happy. What happens is it gets jammed up in here, and when the nerve starts to pull and tug, it creates inflammation, creates pain, and lays down a lot of that scar tissue in there, just like you had an injury. So essentially, this area in here hurts because the nerve is stuck. And it's so superficial. It is not deep at all. So many people go in here and they just jam and grind and compress this nerve, and the patient goes, oh, that hurts like hell, but it must be doing something. Wrong. I've talked to nerves before, and they told me exactly what they like. They like just the right amount of tension, depth, and just the right amount of tension. They are very much like Goldilocks. And if you don't treat them right, they're going to get angry. So what we're trained in here and what we do is identifying and finding these areas where these muscles feel stuck, or the lay person calls them knots. They're not knots. They're not knots. Now, essentially, the beauty of this is this area is completely fixable if you get the right depth and the right tension on there. And that's what sets us apart from everyone else in the state of Florida. So being able to get in there precisely, feeling that nerve, and then setting that tension into there, that loads that nerve up. And then what we have the patient do is go through a full range of motion. Normally we have an assistant helping on that motion, but she's holding the cameras, so we don't have an assistant right now. So I want to demonstrate how we treat this. So first thing we do is we take their arm and bring it over just like that. What that does is pulls this shoulder blade out of the way and opens that up. I drop her head just like so, and I'm able to find that tension right away, and she will let us know that she feels that tension. Would you concur?
Yep.
Good. So now I know that's here. So what I do is I go just above it, just like that, and I let this be nice and relaxed, and I bring her head back. And then what they'll see is that my hand very lightly, only about 3 or 4 pounds of pressure. You don't need to get compressive and cause a lot of tension in there. I sink in very gently, and then what I do is drop my body weight to set that tension, and it loads right away. And then Andrea will go through a full range of motion. She's going to slowly drop her head, and we're not in a race here. We're really just trying to get this nerve to free up and keep it happy without angering it. Because as I said before, if you make the nerve angry, it's going to get angry back at you. And the patients describe this treatment as a hurts but good, very effective, nothing excruciating. Treatment is not supposed to be excruciating. If it's excruciating and it hurts like hell, here's the honest truth. The person performing the treatment on you sucks. And you shouldn't go see them, ever, because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So this area is problematic for everyone. And if you're one of those people that are always rubbing and doing stuff like that, first off, stop doing that. Second, get yourself in here and get this fixed so it doesn't become a bigger problem down the road. And lastly, quit putting lacrosse balls and jamming elbows in there and all that. Let it just be, because you're actually pissing it off a little bit more. If you want to get more access to this treatment, groundbreaking, awesome treatment that actually fixes problems, send us a message. We're always here to help, and that is my blatant call to action. Get in here, get this fixed before it becomes a bigger problem, because you're not going to find anyone else like us in the state of Florida that can find and fix this like we do. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys probably next week when I do another live video. Bye. We got something out of that video, and understand that there are practitioners out there that really focus on getting to the root cause of the problem, because I always say there's no way in hell you can fix a problem if you don't know what it is in the first place. So if you like the video, give it a comment, a like, a share. If you have any specific questions you want us to cover, just getting tired of being in pain and not getting real answers, send the questions over our way. We'd love to answer these questions. And lastly, if you're dealing with this problem, you've been going at it a long time, you're not getting any better, you're in luck, because there are amazing practitioners out there that are trained in becoming a soft tissue specialist, and they're trained in the PEAK method. If you want to find one of those practitioners and get access to one of them in your city and really get on the path to long-lasting pain relief, send us a message. All the information is down below wherever you're consuming this. We're always here to help. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.